Imagine ultimate control. No limits. No one to answer to. The power to reshape the world. Or destroy it. But what's absolute power beyond mere authority? It's unchecked influence. Complete lack of accountability. History shows leaders transformed, from revolutionary to ruthless dictator. Adolf Hitler, a failed artist, became the Führer of Germany. Joseph Stalin, once a minor party member, seized total control of the Soviet Union. His rule marked by purges and millions sent to the Gulag. Even today, we see this pattern. Vladimir Putin, president of Russia. He has been described as Russia's de facto leader since 1999. These individuals seemingly transformed upon gaining ultimate control. This raises a central, unsettling question. Is it the person themselves who changes, or does the power itself corrupt? Regardless of who wields it, the deeper we look, the more complex the answer becomes. The psychological pull of ultimate control is immense. When all constraints vanish, what truly remains of the individual? A chilling question that echoes through history and into our present. The moment power is gained, a subtle psychological shift begins. Initial gains trigger increased confidence, washing away self-doubt. Then, the halo effect starts to take hold. Subordinates and peers begin treating the powerful differently. This constant affirmation reinforces their elevated status. A more insidious change follows. Empathy begins to erode. It starts with minor decisions impacting others without direct consequence. The distance from impact makes it easier to overlook human cost. This paves the way for a dangerous cognitive bias. Success is attributed solely to one's own abilities. External factors, luck, or the contributions of others are overlooked. This creates a self-reinforcing loop of perceived invincibility. The individual becomes increasingly isolated from dissenting views. Their moral compass shifts, often imperceptibly at first. This subtle psychological transformation is profoundly dangerous. It deepens the chilling question. Does power corrupt? Or does it simply reveal what was always lurking within? But what happens when ordinary people are given absolute power? The Stanford Prison Experiment aimed to find out. Psychologist Philip Zimbardo led the controversial 1971 study. College students were randomly assigned roles, guards or prisoners. The methodology was simple, yet deeply flawed. Guards quickly adopted cruel authoritarian behaviors. They imposed arbitrary rules and psychological torment. Prisoners rapidly became submissive, showing signs of severe distress. Many experienced emotional breakdowns and disorientation. The planned 2-week experiment was terminated after just 6 days. Its ethical implications sparked immediate and lasting controversy. Critics questioned its scientific validity and Zimbardo's involvement. Yet, it powerfully illustrated the profound impact of situational power. Ordinary individuals can transform under perceived absolute control. The experiment remains a chilling microcosm of corruption. It showed how easily roles can dictate behavior, even morality. A stark warning. Situational power can indeed corrupt profoundly and rapidly. Beyond psychology, power literally changes brain chemistry. Dominance increases levels of dopamine and testosterone. Dopamine creates a powerful reward loop, driving further pursuit. Testosterone fuels assertiveness, sometimes even aggression. But there's a darker side to this neurochemical shift. Research shows reduced activity in brain regions linked to empathy. Specifically, the prefrontal cortex, vital for self-awareness, diminishes. This creates the power paradox. Traits like empathy and collaboration often help individuals gain power. Yet, power itself can diminish these very qualities. Power, once tasted, becomes an addictive reward. This drives an insatiable pursuit and maintenance of control. The brain adapts, reinforcing the desire for more power. It's a self-perpetuating cycle, difficult to break. The very qualities that elevate can be destroyed by the elevation. This isn't just psychology. It's deeply wired neurobiology. A chilling insight into the human condition. The question of corruption becomes a question of chemistry. Beyond neurochemistry, power isolates. It fosters detachment from others' suffering. Powerful individuals often make decisions far removed from their human impact. This distance paves the way for dehumanization, viewing others as mere objects. Subordinates, competitors, or outsiders become statistics, not individuals. Their needs and suffering are easily dismissed when they are not seen as human. This leads to rationalization, justifying unethical decisions. Harmful acts are excused as necessary for a greater good or larger vision. Often, this greater good conveniently aligns with the powerful individual's gain. This creates a slippery slope from minor ethical compromises. A small bending of rules, a slight disregard for protocol, goes unchallenged. Each small step makes the next, larger step seem less significant. Eventually, this leads to significant abuses of authority and power. History is littered with examples of leaders who started small and ended in tyranny. The lack of accountability fuels this dangerous progression. Each successful abuse reinforces the belief in one's own invincibility. The moral compass shifts, often imperceptibly, until it is completely inverted. The erosion of empathy, the dissolution of moral boundaries. This is the true cost when power goes unchecked. This unchecked power creates a dangerous, self-contained phenomenon, a self-reinforcing echo chamber of information and opinion forms. Only voices that affirm the leader's existing views are permitted to enter. Critical feedback and dissent are systematically suppressed, often brutally. This creates a dangerous vacuum, devoid of accurate reality checks. The leader's perception of the world becomes increasingly distorted. They surround themselves with yes-men and sycophants. These individuals reinforce existing beliefs, desires, and biases. Every decision, every thought is met with unwavering agreement. The psychological impact of this profound isolation is immense. A critical loss of connection to common experiences and perspectives. They lose touch with the struggles and realities of ordinary people. The powerful become increasingly detached, living in their own reality. This detachment fuels further abuses of authority and power. The echo chamber grows stronger, trapping the leader within. A self-perpetuating cycle of unchecked power and self-deception. Ultimately, this leads to catastrophic decisions and devastating outcomes. The true cost of absolute power, a warped, dangerous reality. This warped reality fosters a belief in unique exceptionalism. They feel an inherent, almost divine, right to rule. Laws, ethics, and accountability become irrelevant for them. Rules are for the governed, not for the governor. This impunity allows them to act without fear of consequence. Unchecked authority breeds profound narcissistic traits. A sense of grandiosity takes hold, distorting their self-perception. They envision themselves as the sole architect of destiny. History is rife with leaders blinded by overconfidence. His disastrous Russian campaign exemplifies this overreach. Another example, Kaiser Wilhelm II's hubris before World War I. His dismissal of Bismarck led to catastrophic alliances. These decisions, born from impunity, led to immense suffering. The illusion of invincibility often precedes a dramatic downfall. The unchecked pursuit of power inevitably leads to ruin. Their grandiosity crumbles under the weight of reality. The world watches as their empires collapse, a stark reminder of power's corrupting influence. But who are these figures? What drove their descent into tyranny? First, the Roman Emperor Caligula, a name synonymous with madness. He began his rule with popular reforms and promises of a golden age. His short reign quickly devolved into extreme abuses. A severe illness seemed to trigger a monstrous transformation. He reveled in cruelty, public humiliation, and vast expenditures. His horse, Incitatus, was famously made a consul. His mental instability combined with unchecked power proved catastrophic. Caligula's tyrannical rule was ended by his own guards. Next, another Roman emperor, Nero, and his descent. Nero Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus. His early years were marked by wise governance and artistic pursuits. But soon, his reign became synonymous with infamy. Paranoia and insecurity twisted his character completely. He eliminated rivals, including his own mother and wife. He blamed Christians for Rome's Great Fire, initiating brutal persecutions. His artistic vanity and unchecked power led to monstrous acts. Facing rebellion, Nero was forced to take his own life. But absolute power isn't just ancient history. It thrives in modern corporate empires and online environments. Think of the charismatic tech bro founder, or the authoritarian business owner. Even cult leaders wield immense influence over followers. A disturbing pattern of unchecked control emerges across these figures. Modern structures often enable these rapid transformations. Rapid growth frequently outpaces traditional oversight and regulation. Accountability mechanisms become weak or non-existent. This creates a dangerous power vacuum. Social media amplifies this unchecked authority exponentially. Information control becomes a potent weapon. Narratives are shaped, while dissent is systematically suppressed, creating powerful digital echo chambers. The effects of unchecked power multiply rapidly in this environment, with real-world consequences for countless individuals. These are the new faces of absolute power. A chilling question for our interconnected digital age. Power's corrupting influence stems from psychological shifts, neurological changes, and societal isolation. Empathy erodes, reward pathways activate, and self-awareness diminishes. Leaders become trapped in echo chambers, losing touch with reality. But safeguards exist. Structural checks and balances are crucial. Strong democratic institutions ensure accountability and shared governance. An independent judiciary upholds the rule of law, not rulers. A free press acts as a vital watchdog, exposing abuses. These three pillars form the bedrock of a resilient society. Equally important are personal ethics and a moral compass. Humility prevents the arrogance that power often breeds. Self-awareness allows leaders to recognize their own biases. These internal qualities mitigate power's corrosive effects. So what is the ultimate verdict on absolute power? It is a profound test of human character, requiring constant vigilance, both personal and collective, and robust structural safeguards. Only then can we prevent power's corrosive effects. The fight against corruption is eternal.